Week 52, day 5, just 2 more days, and we will have read through the entire Bible in 1 year. Today we're reading from the book of Revelation, chapters 14 through 18. There's a lot of apocryphal visions here that may be difficult to understand, and there will be many who will tell you that we need to be aware of the Antichrist who's coming, and it's this person and that person. There have been politicians in particular who have been labeled the Antichrist for centuries, and yet that is not ultimately what we see here. What's important is that in these remaining visions, the author is given a future look at the anticipation of how Babylon, that's what it's used here, Babylon, which is actually a placeholder for Rome, how the Roman Empire will fall, that all those things in the Roman Empire that are false against the one true God will be torn down. It tells us about harvesting God's people. Some will be continue to be persecuted. Others will be harvested, much like wheat, and brought into God's fold. And the winepress of God's judgment. Anytime you see about winepress, it usually means suffering for those who have failed to listen to God's will. There's a lot of things here that are difficult to understand, and it's not so important to be able to translate them because apocryphal writing was never meant to be translated before the events happened, but rather as proof later that those events did indeed happen. What's important to recognize in all of this is that God is in control, that Jesus is the Christ, and that we have been offered salvation and redemption to be restored to God through Jesus Christ and what he did on the cross for us.